The dog days of summer. On 1430 ESPN Radio.
I don't need to fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven.
Boise State with the momentum as we head towards the half.
An overwhelming underdog. 21-10 lead over Oklahoma. Interceptor's going to be a touchdown.
What is happening to his Boomer Sooner football team?
Peterson to the end zone. Touchdown Oklahoma. We're tied at 28.
A minute 16 left to go. Zabransky back to pass.
A dangerous throw. And it's intercepted. Into the end zone. Marcus Walker. Boise State down by 7. A last gasp for the Broncos.
They have to hope for a miracle with a minute 2 to go.
Down the middle. James. The lateral to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, babies. We're going to overtime. Boise State out of the huddle, trailing 42-41.
What are you going to do now?
Broncos are going for 2.
They're going to try and win the football game right now.
They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won the Fiesta Bowl. Can you believe it?
The shadow that 13-0 casts is a long one that 118 other football teams wouldn't mind being lost in. For the Boise State Broncos, a perfect season, which culminated in a Fiesta Bowl win, was simply part of the plan. And now the plan calls for the team to move on. The celebration for Broncos fans hasn't stopped. But according to senior defensive end Nick Shelkaway, the celebration for the team stopped once preparations for this season began.
We've long ago successfully put last season behind us from the perspective that, it doesn't matter anymore. We got to, go out and prove it again.
And, says head coach Chris Peterson, not only does his team not think of undefeated 06, they don't think about undefeated 07.
We just talk about really the way that we need to work, how we need to think about our day-to-day process, how we practice. We never think about, I don't even think about it in private, well, maybe we could have this type of record. I really don't. It's the reason I think we've done some good things there is because the kids have really bought into this kind of one day at a time mindset that really sounds kind of corny, but it's really one of the keys in football and probably life itself.
One of the keys for Boise State last season was the turnaround of their quarterback, Jared Zabransky, who threw 23 touchdowns against 8 interceptions after throwing 18 TDs and 16 interceptions in 05. But the loss of his starting quarterback isn't the only thing that weighs on Peterson's mind.
Yeah, we're concerned about everything as usual, but we lost about 22 or 23 seniors last year. 11 of them are in NFL camps right now, so we lost a lot of firepower. The exciting thing is we do have a decent nucleus coming back, and we have some young players that have got a taste of it last year, and so we're excited to see those guys take the next step.
Among those returners is, of course, junior running back and Heisman Trophy candidate Ian Johnson, who will likely have to carry an even bigger load this year after rushing for over 1,700 yards and 25 touchdowns last season. For a team that is 41-1 in its last 42 WAC games, the Broncos not only lose Zabransky, but gone are their top 4 receivers. Vinny Peretta leads all returners after catching 17 passes last season. And it's a team that Peterson knows stopped sneaking up on people a while ago.
We really don't sneak up on anybody, and we certainly haven't been able to sneak up on anybody in our league, but it's probably changing a little bit outside of our league. I mean, we know that people are paying attention to us when we go and play our non-league schedule as well.
But Shelkaway says that while everyone else is fixated on the BCS win, his team is over it.
It doesn't mean anything for this fall, It's all in the past, and the past doesn't matter, and it's that kind of thing. So it's like you can talk about it, and obviously it did happen, but it doesn't matter anymore as far as the future is concerned.
While he may be ready to move on, it does matter in this sense. Boise State had a target on their back before. Now it's bigger, and it's not just the WAC teams taking aim. These are the dog days of summer.